Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warships Blitz video. Today's video, the British Tech destroyers came out yesterday and we are on the Jervis, the tier 7 British destroyer. Bit of a story about how we got there. I got the Icarus through the Blitz pass. I actually bought the premium Blitz pass because I wanted the extra captains, because the destroyer line is going to be pretty captain hungry. And so I had done enough in the Icarus to get straight into the Icarus, played the Icarus, got about 10,000 points, noticed I had a plus 2,000% booster, played a game, won with a last hope, which was a bit of luck really, earning 24,000 XP, so I had about 12,000 XP to start with, 24,000 XP, watched a short video to add 50%, so 24 became 36, add the 12,000 I already had, became 48,000, getting to 73 was, well, 25,000 free XP, which I got lying around, and now we have the Jervis, only to discover that it has really shocking torpedo angles. So the British Tech Destroyer is something that I wasn't particularly excited in, but I have had a look at the Daring, and the Daring is 2.5 second reload, and I am tempted, when I get to tier 9, to jump past the tier 9, free XP, that 400,000 XP, because I've got 725,000 free XP left, and get myself the Daring. So anyway, here we are, we're entering the map. It's pretty clear where the which side has the destroyer. That's not the bot for the enemy team, because one captured. So I fired those torpedoes off. Now what I've started doing, I probably should have fired them as I entered the cap. What I've been trying to do is run some torpedo management structures with these British destroyers, because otherwise what happens is you have a full line of 10 torpedoes that miss everything. And if you watch my Icarus video, which should have been out yesterday, you'll see that an enemy destroyer does exactly that to me, and you watch with extreme humor as a line of torpedoes, all missing, passes by. So this allows me to fire 5 at a time. I got 4 hits, 1 miss obviously, and my other torpedoes are coming off cooldown about now. So about every 25 to 30 seconds, depending on the tier, I get myself another set of torpedoes. Now I'm a bit close to that York there, so what I'm going to do is take some steps to get away from that York. I can't protect our cap, but I can certainly capture their cap in return, so we can just keep things a little bit even. So this is, if you were looking for a high stakes, blast them, shoot them, torpedo them up game, this is not the game for you. This is the strategy game. So on the other flank, so basically they have 2 large ships on this flank. We have one relatively basic destroyer, and that destroyer is going to neutralize those 2 ships. Now, I captured the capture zone first, they captured theirs second, they've captured ours, they're earning a few extra points. So the time for me to take and to recapture their zone means that they're slightly ahead, but it's taken them 2 ships to our 1, and those 2 ships aren't really doing a lot. So, now unfortunately for me, they are doing sort of the right thing by stepping in the opposite direction, which is a real shame, because I cannot torpedo them, because there's a couple of reasons I can't torpedo them. One is because the torpedoes will never get there because they'll move out of range. But secondly, because of these shocking angles, I can't just nudge a torpedo out. I actually have to drive pretty much sideways or steer sideways. Okay, here we go. This looks like it could be worth a crack. So I'm going to set it all on a narrow spread there. So what I'm trying to do there is create a cluster of torpedoes that, and now I've seen where he's going, that are going to miss. And that is the problem with the British torpedoes. I've had to fire all 10 torpedoes, because if I fired 5 of them, I'd fired 3 off one rack, 2 off the other, and my torpedoes would never reload. So to get the reload process underway, all the racks need to be empty, which means I need to fire all 10, and they had no hope of hitting. So here I am. I lose a minute while I wait for my torpedoes to reload. So that's why I'm trying to get the torpedo management process underway with these British destroyers, because with that process, when it works, and I've seen it work in previous battles, it actually gets pretty good. And if by practicing it, I can hopefully make it second nature, where I don't have to worry about torpedoes. I can. What it means is that instead of like normally with the destroyer, you have all your tubes at the ready. What it means is that in the Icarus or British torpedo boats, you'll have half the tubes at the ready at any one time. But what it also means is that you'll have a more constant flow of torpedoes. So with an Akatsuki, for example, you'll have 3 tubes or 3 racks with 3 tubes each. You'll be able to launch all 9 of those on demand. With the Icarus, I won't be in that position. Now that Normandy is turning away. Is it a York? It's a York. It's turning away. He is definitely going to dodge my torpedoes, but I've forced him onto a broadside to our ships, so I'm going to take the credit for that. They are too far away. Now here I make a mistake. Here I should have turned to the right or to the left. And I turned to the right because there is a Normandy. And if I had front-footed him, because I have enough smoke and I certainly have enough health, I could have absolutely done a drive-by and loaded that guy up with torpedoes. But as it is, I'm going around the wrong side of the island. And it means that my torpedoes are playing catch-up. And it's just not going to work. And at 1 minute and 23 seconds, I essentially, unless my last shot is point blank, I have basically, this is my last ever salvo. So what I'll do, and this here it goes. Look, see how they're flicking off the different racks. That's all of them. I don't know why I smoked up. Oh, that's why I smoked up. Yep. So I should probably at this point be trying to close the distance, because those torpedoes are the last damage I'll do in this battle. So I mean, this has been more of a tactical battle. We have maintained a high level of capture presence over the course of the battle. So although we end up 3 for 3 ships, that doubled my score, that did, all those torpedo hits. Although we ended up for 3 for 3 hits, 3 for 3 ships, sorry, the fact that we have additional caps means that our score is absolutely caning theirs. And that's the way you're supposed to play it. Anyway, we're down to 2 ships left. They're down to 1 ship left because, yeah, their ships, I mean, basically we've had a big cluster of ships that they've attacked piecemeal. So the York and the Normandy, who I could barely damage, went in and attacked this large cluster of ship piecemeal and got done in. So there you go. So that's the Jervis. In an actual battle where it's not just sneaking around stealing caps, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. The torpedo angles are not promising. The guns are as not promising as every other British Tech Tree Destroyer guns. The agility, on the other hand, is phenomenal, and the acceleration is pretty good. So for the loadout for this, I basically have deck protection, I have concealment, and I have turret rotation. I didn't bother with any of the steering, I didn't bother with any of the acceleration, so basically it's a slightly more inflammable Jervis than your standard issue. So there you go. Great for number of caps, not great for everything else. The Jervis Tier 6 Tech Tree British Destroyer. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.